How's it going today, guys? My name is JSP, and today I am talking about what can the Bears do to improve the wide receiver room, just improve the wide receiver position overall. Okay, there is many options. As much as free agency looks very bone dry when it comes to wide receivers, there's many options they can do. Okay, wide receivers in free agency, they can sign pretty much anybody because we have the most money. But I don't like a lot of the names. The top name is like Jarvis Landry, Jacoby Myers, and I mean that's kind of pretty much it. I don't know why it's not focusing. But you can sign free agents in free agency, or you can trade. But a lot of these teams are looking like they're sticking with their guys. Now, I wanted a T. Higgins about a month ago. I mean, I was all in on T. Higgins. I said, Ryan Poles, you better go ahead and try your hardest to go get T. Higgins. I think if you put him in this offense with Luke Getsy, Justin Fields, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, yada, 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 if you put a T. Higgins in this offense, Justin Fields will thrive. You will unlock his throwing ability. He is just that guy that can run routes. He gets open, and he can also get contested catches. Now, everyone thought Chase Claypool would be that, but right now he has proven that he's not that. His story is not fully written in the NFL yet, but right now, Chase Claypool is not a very good wide receiver. Right now, okay? Don't get mad at me. Right now, he is not. But T. Higgins was my top target, okay? But the Bengals GM has come out and said pretty much T. Higgins is he's not on the trading block, and he said, and I quote, go find your own wide receivers. So that pretty much means that they're probably going to get a deal done. He's probably going to stay in Cincinnati for a very long time. They're probably going to extend him. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it sounds like they're going to try and get it done. I don't know if T. Higgins wants to be there because they got to pay Joe Burrow, they got to pay Jamar Chase, all that stuff, and I don't know how they're going to even afford to pay all three of them at the same time. But anyway, let's move on from T. Higgins. You can trade for people. There's a lot of people who are unhappy. They maybe get traded, like a DeAndre Hopkins. He has said that he wants to probably be traded. He's been hearing rumors about being traded. The Cardinals probably are looking to trade him this offseason, so you can go get a DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, he's on probably the wrong side of 30, but he's still very good. But he's also, I think what they're looking for is wide receivers that can separate. And DeAndre Hopkins, pretty much his entire career, was never really that wide receiver that can separate. You know what I mean? Like he can separate, but he's mostly known for those contested catches. He has one of the best or the best hands in the league still, and that is what he is known for. But a lot of teams are looking to maybe get rid of some stuff. Free agency doesn't start for another 6 days, so actually in a week from today, free agency starts. And we'll probably see some more cuts and stuff like that. But we'll see. Okay, there's Robert Woods out there. There's many options. But I think the most successful and the most that because free agency is so dry, so bone dry this season, which is very unfortunate, I think Ryan Poles is mostly going to put his focus on the draft. Now, it really depends on where we are picking, and I really hope we trade it very soon. I hope in the next few days we know where we're picking, okay? I want to know where we're picking before free agency. If Ryan Poles says that he can get 3 first-round picks for the first overall pick, then why is the deal not done yet, okay? It's kind of worrying me that he's been saying this, but get the freaking deal done then. If you can get 3 first-round picks, why are you going on an interview and saying that to the public when it's not done? It's not a done deal yet, okay? So I don't know what Ryan Poles was doing there, because if you can get 3 first-round picks, then get it. then already done deal. I don't understand what's taking so long. I'm just being a very, very impatient Bears fan. So I mean, there's probably reasons why it's taking so long, but I'm being very, very impatient. But there's also other ways that you can get a wide receiver, maybe with a trade with the Panthers, maybe with a trade from the Titans. The Panthers can give up DJ Moore. Maybe Brandon Cooks in the Texans trade. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Maybe Michael Pittman Jr. in the Colts trade. There's ways you can get players from not just trading in free agency. I mean, that is technically a trade, but you know what I mean. You can trade it with draft picks. You can get players with draft pick trades. It happens not as often as you would think, but it happens. You can. So the draft is probably the most reliable right now. If we trade back with the Panthers to number 9, I would probably pick either Zay Flowers or Jackson Smith-Njigba. In my personal opinion, I'd probably rather have JSN. But if he picks Zay Flowers, I think number 9 is too high. But at the same time, if Aaron Rodgers gets traded, they're most likely getting pick number 13. So whichever wide receiver you like more, make sure you get him. Make sure you lock him up, because the Packers, they're not far behind, and they need wide receivers too. Okay, I mean, yeah, they got Christian Watson, but last year, like I said, we pretty much passed up on Christian Watson and picked Jaquan Brisker, which I'm not mad about, but we let Christian Watson fall to the Packers. I don't want that to happen again. Yes, I would love a great offensive lineman. Porter, if he's still there, again, I would not be mad if we take him. But what do we need? What does Justin Fields need to prove everybody wrong? Yes, a very, very good offensive line, but I think this year's draft class is very deep. You can find very, very good offensive linemen all throughout the draft. A lot of very good offensive linemen. Yeah, there's a lot of veterans, but a lot of very good offensive linemen are coming to free agency. You can, with this amount of cap space and this much draft capital, this should not take that much effort to get a very, very good offensive line. I'm not saying it has to be top 3 or top 5, but at least in the top 10. You can change this offensive line around in one season. So, with the number 9 pick or 7 pick or 4 pick, I don't care where, just draft a wide receiver. Draft a wide receiver. Unless Will Anderson is still there, then draft a Will Anderson. And then depending on what we hear in the next month, if he's still there and he's looking like he's innocent or he's proven himself wrong or whatever, or he's proven himself correct or innocent, whatever. Jalen Carter, if he's still there and you think he will be able to play in the NFL and not be, like the next Deshaun Watson or Henry Ruggs, if you know what I mean, if he's actually going to play in the NFL for a long time for your franchise, then yes, take Jalen Carter, because he, before this news, was probably the definitive first pick unless we trade it away. So, if Will Anderson is there, take him. If Jalen Carter is there, take him. If they're both not there, take a Jackson Smith-Njigba. If he's not there, take a Zay Flowers. If he's not there, which he probably will be, Zay Flowers probably won't even go in the first round, so I don't even know why I said that. Then take a Tyree Wilson. Take a Luke Van Ness. Okay, take a Porter. Take all of those. But in my opinion, what does Justin Fields need? He needs that alpha wide receiver. Okay? What does the Packers have? They have that alpha wide receiver. Christian Watson is turning into that. What do the Lions have? They have their Amon-Ra St. Brown. Okay? What do the Vikings have? They have their Justin Jefferson. We are the only team in the NFC North that doesn't have that alpha wide receiver that goes up and he's the most reliable wide receiver on the field at that moment. Darnell Mooney is that, okay? But he is not that at the same time. He can be. But I just don't think he's built for that. He is too small. He is too skinny. Yes, he can get separation. Yes, he can run routes. He's a very, very good route runner. but he is just not that reliable. Justin Fields, all reliable. You throw it up and he goes up and gets it, like a T. Higgins, like I wanted. And I think Jackson Smith-Njigba can be that. He can be that. Yes, he didn't play last year, and that's not a huge risk, but it's a risk. He had a hamstring injury. He pretty much sat out all last year. But he has gone on interviews and said, if you draft me, I will be that guy for you. And obviously everybody is going to say things like that, but I really do believe that he will be. So there's many, many options on what the Bears can do sitting at number 9, number 7, wherever they are. You can trade wide receivers. Just if they're asking, if the Cardinals are asking for a number 2 pick, trade back and somehow get a number 2, then trade it to the Cardinals for DeAndre Hopkins. That would be the best scenario. And we would still have a number 2 pick. Trade back, get a number 2 pick this year or next year, and just give it to the Cardinals for DeAndre Hopkins. Done deal. Pack it up, ship it out. Done deal. So there's plenty. Everyone's complaining about free agency and how it is not looking good this year, but there is still plenty of options and plenty of places and nooks and crannies to look through where we can get players. And I'm not just, yes, this video is about wide receivers, but it's also about every position. Bobby Okereke, however you say his name, is a very, very big possibility that he's coming to the Bears. He has connections to Matt Eberflus, and he's pretty decent. Him and Jack Sanborn side to side would be awesome. It really would be awesome. So, enough about the free agency. Yes, the free agency wide receiver class does not look very, very good in 2023, but you can get wide receivers elsewhere. Okay, I guarantee you our wide receiver, our offensive lineman room will look very, very different next year. Yes, we'll still have Darnell Mooney. Yes, we'll still have Chase Claypool, Equanimeous St. Brown. We may bring back N'Keal Harry, but I guarantee you there will be 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 new names in the Bears locker room as wide receivers. So, and I guarantee you, I'm not going to say I guarantee, but I guarantee you at least one of those names are going to be a big name. So, because we have the money to do it. If we trade for somebody, we can extend them right after. I just want DeAndre Hopkins for like 2 or 3 years. And yeah, he's on the wrong side of 30, but I still think he can play. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.